Hey Sydney, so it's Sunday, also laundry day for me, hence the wrinkled shirt, but it's my pink AFB shirt, so I'm fine with it. As of Friday, I've officially been here in California for an entire month. Doesn't seem like that long when you say it that way, but it's felt like a very long time. But on the same side of the coin, I've also gotten to do a lot since I've been here. I've been really busy over the last couple of weeks, especially last week when I got to do something entirely too familiar. On Thursday, I got to stage manage dance auditions, which is the second dance event that I've worked here now, but the first with the people that I'll continue to work with over the course of the next 3 years. We auditioned about 110 dancers Thursday night for our Dance Visions concert, which is in the winter quarter. Still haven't adjusted to this whole quarter thing as opposed to the semester thing, which is the faculty choreographed concert, which I'm really excited about. I'll be ASM on that production, so I'll get to be backstage, and you know how much I enjoy that. Which actually, I'll talk about that in a little bit. And Friday, we did sign-ups for our Drama 101 course, which is essentially stage production. You know, people come in and they sign up to be on a run crew or work in a shop. The only difference is that stage production has maybe 40, sometimes around 30 people in the class, whereas Drama 101, we signed up about 110 students. It was insane. So we took these 110 students. Some of them were drama students, some of them were dance students, some of them were students from some other department that just wanted to do something in theater. And we signed them up in accordance to what they wanted to do. If they wanted to do a run crew for a show, or if they wanted to work in a shop over the course of a semester. Quarter, see? Not adjusted. So the way that it works is that every 30 hours is one unit if you're in a shop. And if you're working on a running crew, there are different unit counts for the different jobs and different shows. So all next week, they'll be coming to us who are working in the production office and saying, oh, I got my assignment, I want to approve it, or I want to decline it, and so that's what we'll be spending. So we'll see all of those kids again one more time. So it's official. I passed my background check, and I am now employed at the South Coast Repertory Theater in the box office. I've already done a little bit of a tour, and now tomorrow I go in and start the training part. I'm assuming I'm going to adjust easily. It's a different ticketing program, but I'm sure it'll all make sense in no time. So now I'm taking classes. I'm working on dance productions, working on theater productions, doing my TA-ship, and I'm working at the local Repertory Theater box office. Sounds familiar. I guess I have a comfort zone, but I think it's a comfort zone that's okay for where I am right now. Classes. So for my script analysis class, we're reading this book, Backwards and Forwards by David Ball, which is a really great book. I actually have to present chapter 5, which I haven't read yet, so I should probably do that. This book is going to be one of the many techniques in script analysis that we're going to go over, and so far I really like it. The first part that we worked on talks about how every action has two events. So there's essentially someone pulls the trigger, and then there's a heap of bodies. So he calls them trigger heap, trigger heap, trigger heap, each pair being an action. And about how the second event, if you will, the heap, leads to the next trigger in the next action. So it's really interesting. And it also talks about after you've mapped out your trigger and heap, you can go backwards and make sure it all makes sense. So it's kind of like doing an equation, finding x, and then going back and plugging x into the equation to see if you've got the right answer. It's really cool. I like it so far. So we'll see. We're only into the 4th chapter, but you know, this is only our second week of classes because the quarterly schedule started so late. This is the book that I was really excited about getting, Strengths-Based Leadership by Tom Rath and Barry Conchie. I'm going to say Conchie. I don't know if I can say Conchie on YouTube. Sounds dirty. Within this book, there's a little deal in the back with a code that allows me to do a strengths test, which is going to tell me all of my weaknesses and strengths in leadership, which are surely more weaknesses than strengths. So once I get all of those results, that'll be a pretty fun topic to talk about on my next video. Everything's going together really well. I've had a good time making friends. I actually went to a poker night last night and won in amount because we all kind of cashed out and started playing Munchkin when we all decided that we had played enough poker. But in a sense, I won, which is kind of a win-lose thing because I won, but I won with someone else's money who bought me in. And we had a rule that if you're the chip leader, you have to wear a golden cape, and the said golden cape tends to shed a lot of glitter, so I'm still pretty glittery a day later. I'm fabulous. So the thing that I got pretty excited about earlier when I was talking about being backstage. So in our stage management class, we went and toured all the different theaters. And in the Claire Trevor Theater, the large kind of main space, which is where my dance concert will take place in the spring quarter, I found out that I can opt to call the show from backstage. It was as if someone had ran over my dog and then handed me my dog and said, "That wasn't your dog, that was a rock. Your dog's fine." It was the best feeling ever because I really, really, really enjoy being backstage. It's part of who I am as a stage manager to be backstage with the people that are on stage and to also be able to immediately tend to anything that happens backstage. So I'm really, really, really excited for that. I'm sure that I'll have to call some shows from a booth location, but I don't think that physical graffiti is going to be that shit. So I'm really excited. We start rehearsals for Tinseltown Christmas on the 22nd. Before that, I'm going to go up to Cerritos, California, which is about 30 minutes north of here, to go and see the Shaolin Monk show that's being toured by Columbia Arts Management, which my friend Alexis Qualls is stage managing. So I'm really excited to go do that. I actually just got to make those plans today, so that's a new development. So yeah, everything's going well. I'll tell you, a month without Sydney is not a month at all, but soon enough. So that about wraps it up for me. Next week I'll be able to tell you about my leadership strengths and weaknesses test and let you know how everything went at South Coast. So, love you, and I will see you on Wednesday.
It's laundry day.